Our industry is moving faster than ever. Where are freight volumes headed? How will this affect capacity? And of course, what's the newest technology that can benefit your business? Those questions and many more will be answered at the industry's hottest Freight Tech Conference this November in Chicago. Come join us at Freightwaves Live November 12th and 13th at the McCormick Center. Visit freightwaveslive.com to register.
Welcome to your Thursday edition of Freightwaves Now. As we gear up to head into Freightwaves Live, we'll be talking about some really exciting stuff today. But first off, here's Nick Austin with your weather update.
Welcome to Freightwaves Weather, your Thursday edition. I'm Freightwaves meteorologist Nick Austin. We have snow, freezing rain, just plain old rain depending on where you may be heading across the lower 48 states for today. Not a lot of major issues, a lot of major delays in freight movement, but at least some minor to moderate delays. So we'll first talk about where the snow is going to be falling today. It's already been falling across parts of the Great Lakes. It'll start to fade out there during the afternoon, but there will be a lot of slick roads across parts of the UP of Michigan, northern parts of lower Michigan, mainly north of Grand Rapids, and then right along I-79 from Erie, Pennsylvania down to Meadville, that northwest corner of Pennsylvania. That's where some of the heaviest snow totals will be today, about 4 to 7 inches in those areas. Now, the widespread snow is going to be across interior parts of New England and the Northeast, from upstate New York all the way to upstate Maine. It'll probably start as rain in most areas as a wet snow, and then it'll become more of a fluffier, drier snow heading through the afternoon and into the evening hours as well. Not a lot of snow, maybe just up to a couple inches or so in some of the valleys, the lower peaks, but some of the higher elevations of upstate New York and in the Green and White Mountains, some parts of northern Maine could see 6 inches or maybe a little bit more. So not a major storm, but it's the first significant snowfall for this part of the country this season. So local, regional supply chains and deliveries, yes, there'll be some delays, but not really a big impact on national freight volumes. There aren't a lot of outbound volumes nationally from the markets that are going to be hit by the storm. But again, across the local and regional areas here, there will be problems. Now, some winter weather also in parts of the plains. We're talking about Woodward, Oklahoma, down towards Amarillo, Texas. Some freezing rain, some icy roads here, including parts of I-40 possible. And then also parts of New Mexico up towards Colorado Springs and Pueblo. There'll be a problem with some freezing rain and also some icy roads, especially for the morning, but it could linger into part of the afternoon hours. Lastly, we're going to talk about just plain old rain and a flash flooding potential across parts of the plains. This is mostly from around northwest Arkansas and Fort Smith over into parts of Oklahoma and the central and southern plains. There'll be some heavy thunderstorms, especially for the first half of the day into the early afternoon, moving into these areas. So it's possible there could be localized flash flooding and maybe just kind of spotty road closures here and there, especially on some secondary roads. That's a look at the weather for your Thursday. Make sure to go to our YouTube channel to watch all of our Freightwaves videos. Have a great day and be careful out there.
Welcome to your Thursday edition of the Carrier Update, sponsored by Powerfleet. My name is Kyle Cunningham. Thanks again for joining me. Let's take a look at outbound tender volumes for the USA. Yet again, Blue Mountain here. They continue to slide down way above 10,000, 9609. This little trajectory right here is not a very good sign, especially considering that there's really no reason for it. If we take a look back a few weeks ago, October slide down. Take a look back last year, October slide down. Makes sense, but it should be coming up. As it stands today, it continues to fall down. Taking a look over to last year in comparison, this orange red line right here continues to move up leading into November. Where we're at this year, Blue Mountain trending down. So big news, big signs. What's going to happen? Is Christmas canceled? Who knows? But as we take a look at what's going on in markets across the country, Green Bay, Wisconsin looking pretty favorable. Yellow line here, your head haul index. Big moves up in terms of head haul. Outbound tender rejects 8.66%, getting towards that 10% carrier favorability. But here's a really cool little correlation. If you see this head haul move up, the outbound rejects tend to move up with it. So as this one continues up, your assets in Green Bay are most likely going to be a little little more valuable over the next few days leading into the weekend, so keep that in mind. Keeping it in Wisconsin, Eau Claire right down the road, here's one that you can't sleep on. You got to make sure that you get what you deserve, because if we follow the trends from the past, outbound tender rejects at 12% now, indicating favorability, most likely going to trend back down considering the inbound tender volume, inbound capacity, empty trailers coming into the market, while the outbound is up just a little bit, but way more inbound, and the outbound rejections are already on a trend down. Take a look at this channel. Really where these want to live is down below 7.5%. So this capacity crunch that's been happening since pretty much September could be coming to a close. Definitely keep that in mind. Let's move out west. Reno, Nevada, outbound tender lead time down 6.5%, indicating a little stronger power on the rates. But as you can see, outbound tender rejects, wow, man, there ain't nothing going on in the desert. 3.79% down from a high of around 20 back around Christmas last year. So as we head into the pickup of the rush of the holiday season, what's going to happen? That's why you got to follow your carrier update every single day to get your news on what's going on in the markets, and we'll see you again tomorrow. That'll do it for today's edition of Freightwaves Now. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and follow us on all our social media channels, whether that's LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter. We'll see you again tomorrow, and we hope to see you at Freightwaves Live in Chicago next week as well.